Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video, and been seeing a lot of threads on Reddit lately about headphones. And since we're getting near Black Friday and the holidays, Christmas time, things like that, I figured I would do a quick roundup of the three most popular, like $60 sub $100 headphones that I get asked questions about. So we've got the HyperX Cloud II, Sennheiser HD 558, and the Philips SHP 9500S. I'm going to talk about a quick, like, pros and cons, what I like and dislike about each one, and why you would buy each one, why I have all three. Um, and yeah, hopefully you find this helpful and maybe it'll help you pick, I don't know, the right one to buy, the right one to buy for a friend as a gift, something like that. So I'm going to start with the HyperX Cloud II. These I got for $49.99 on sale. I think normal price you can get them for about 75 bucks. Say 60 is probably the price you should shoot for. The cool thing is they come with a mic and a USB DAC. I don't prefer the USB DAC that it comes with, so I'm not even going to talk about it too much here. I don't even have it on hand, but it's just basically a USB cord that strings out, about this long, and has a module on the end where you can plug this in, and it has like pseudo fake 7.1 and all that. But yeah, it's okay. If you have nothing else and that's like the best thing that you would have, it works. But I would say definitely just plug this into your laptop or your phone or whatever and use that. The mic is all right. It's good enough. No one's complained about the sound quality from it. It does sound a little dry, nasally, kind of tinny, but it doesn't pick up a whole lot of background noise. So it's a good mic. It's kind of what you would expect for around $100 headset. So yeah, I don't have the mic with me either, but it simply just attaches to the bottom of these right here, and it would swing out this way. So this is on your left, wire is fixed on your left, and then the mic goes there as well. I have a pretty big head, so this is about where I have them normally. The adjustment on these is not very tall. I don't know anyone that has a bigger head than me, so it does go a little bit bigger than that. But even small, compact, they do have a good amount of flex. Not too creaky or anything like that. Metal, I don't know what to call these, I guess just arms that attach the cups to them. You get two sets of pads for these, and these are the pleather ones. There's also like a velour set. I don't like them as much. They kind of make my head itchy. But if you prefer that style, it's really easy to change them out. You just kind of stick your finger in here and push around, and then they just kind of come off. The leather padding here is, it's a little, I mean, it's substantial, but it's not very firm. It is quite comfortable. You have a stitched HyperX logo on the top, all black. This is the black and gray one, so you just have the silver gray HyperX logos on the side. They do come in a couple colors. This is, the least gamer looking one that they have. Kind of really good aesthetic. Silver stitching on the side of the band. And I wish these were a little bit wider. I have big ears to go with my big head, so if these were a bit wider, my ears would fit a little bit better. But my ears actually kind of tuck up underneath, and they're okay. They are closed, as you can probably tell, so you don't get much sound leak. If you're riding on a bus or public transit, something like that, no one's really going to hear what you're listening to, especially not over the sounds of the bus or the subway. On the other side of that, if someone's talking about you behind your back, you can't really hear them. while you're using these. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. I take these with me when I fly, and I like that. I like them for that. They're not noise canceling, but they definitely do reduce the sounds, like external sounds. These I thought would really annoy me, these wires. First of all, they look cool. But I thought like, oh man, this is just, they're gonna get in the way of my glasses or something like that. But they actually don't. And they're kind of flexible, and you can kind of just push them out away and they'll just stay there. I don't know if there was a better way they could have done that, but they seem to work okay. So yeah, if you want a gaming headset and you don't have a whole lot of money to spend, this would be the way to go. They do sound pretty good. I would say that they just sound average. There's nothing to me that particularly stands out. They don't have like a lot of detail like the Sennheiser or the Philips do. But I'll talk about that a little bit later when I go over those. The bass is good, but yeah, I mean, this is like the set of headphones you should compare everything against in this price range as far as sound. I would say that things that sound better than this are good, or they're great. I would say these are probably good. So I would give this about a 6.5 out of 10 as far as sound quality. Sub $100. This is about a 6.5 out of 10. Also, I really like the clamping force on these. It's just kind of the right amount. So let's say this is my head. You can see they stretch. It's not too hard to pull this off. They have a good amount of clamping force, but it's not too much. So all in all, good headphones. Non-detachable wire. I don't know if that's a big thing to you guys, but it's just something to keep in mind. If you throw these in your bag or something like that, take consideration that you don't want to mess up the wire. It is braided. It's not very long. It's maybe 3 feet. And it is pretty soft and flexible. So I can wind it pretty tight and it'll just kind of stay there. I do like the wire on it. I wish it was just a 3.5 on the other end and detachable, and that would really increase the value of these headphones, this headset. I've been actually using them without the mic for as long as I can remember. I used the mic maybe the first week I've had them. I've had these over a year now. Actually coming up on 2 years. But stopped using the mic. I use my desktop mic, or I just use these when I'm out. So that's the HyperX Cloud II. So the Sennheiser HD558. These are really interesting headphones. Best Buy says that they are $150 or something like that, $130. And I mean they're really good headphones, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're $130 or $150 good. I would pay, if they've never dropped down to $60, which is what I got these for. If they'd never gone that low and I saw them on sale for $80 or $85, I would definitely pick them up. So, I mean, maybe even 100. I would say at 100 is like kind of the most that I would pay for them. But yeah, so these have been on sale regularly, $75, $69.99, $59.99 was the lowest I saw them. And when I saw them at $59.99, I actually picked up a second pair because I like these so much. But these are open headphones. I guess they would be semi-open because Sennheiser puts this like square foam, rectangular foam piece behind here, and that blocks a little bit of the sound leaking from here. But a really popular mod is removing that foam, and as soon as I did that, I had like a week and a half of these with the foam in, and as soon as I removed it, I was just blown away. I was like, okay, the next pair is getting the foam removed unquestionably. So yeah, look up how to do that. I might do a guide when I remove the foam on the second one, but 100% worth it. It makes them sound a lot better. My least favorite thing about these is the ridiculous, sometimes headache-inducing clamping force. As you can see, this is the narrow side of the block, and if they weren't so topped, oh, yep. So I can make them stand like this because they're clamping so hard on the bottom. None of these other headphones will do that. This isn't a Sennheiser thing. I think it's more of just this pair of headphones thing, because my 6XX, which are like the same as the 600 and 650, they don't do that. So this is quite ridiculous. But if you're more active and you like to run or be active with this kind of headphone, maybe these are for you. Or if you have a smaller head, these would be for you, because they definitely will not come off. So the ear pads, you have like a soft velour. It's actually quite nice compared to the velour that comes with this. Same for the top. It's kind of unfortunate this is a little wrinkled. There's like a little bit too much fabric on the top of the headband here. It's more firm than the Cloud II, and you can even see when they're just open like this just how much they want to clamp together, and there's almost no spring. Rotational wise, there's a good amount of flexibility there. They do adjust quite a bit, but that doesn't make the clamping force any less. Somehow I almost think it makes it more, because they just kind of adjust in a circle. Yeah, also very ridiculous. The detail and the sound on these is, if you've never had a good pair of headphones, this or the Philips should be your first pair of headphones. This will get you addicted to audiophile things, and this would be a good entry point into the headphone game, as it were called. They're just great. They sound really, really good. Tons of detail, especially in the highs. The bass is okay. The mids are really, really great, especially on like modern rock or alternative rock songs. I love listening to Black Keys on these headphones, for example. I just like the way they look too. And I always think it's kind of funny when I see someone wear these backwards. But yeah, they do go on one way. And there's a left and a right here. All kind of matte black, like a, it's not matte, it's more like a dull kind of finished black. I wish that the headband and the arms were the same color. I don't know why they're not. And there's a little bit of chrome at the bottom where the headphone cable plugs in. Why it's chrome, I guess it's to stand out, so if you see in the dark you can just kind of plug it in easily, but I almost wish it looked like the rest of the headphones. Yeah, so downsides to these. This stupid cable, and it's stupid for a couple reasons. One, it's a 2.5 millimeter, it's not 3 millimeter. It's Sennheiser proprietary style cable. It's good and bad. The cable itself is not, it's not terrible, it's quite grippy. I would say it has medium flexibility. It doesn't have a lot of memory. It was quite folded like this in the box, but now you can see it's pretty circular. And it terminates in a 1/4 inch. So this isn't really useful for most people, especially if you're spending headphones in a $60 range. This is going to be useful to you. You're probably going to plug it into your PC, which has 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch. Luckily, they do give you an adapter and you can just use it there. But the problem with this adapter is that it makes this like structurally one piece, and having this off of your 3.5 in the front of your computer, if you push the end of this, that's a lot of torque on that little port, so you could break that. So I would look into getting another 3.5 to 1/4 inch adapter, something maybe has a wire in the middle, so you can't just, you know, like snap the port off. Especially if you're going to use this on a mobile device, don't just shove this into your phone. You're going to have a really bad time, and you're going to have a broken phone really quickly, unless your phone's just, you know, you're at work or something and this is just on your desk. If you put this in your pocket, you're going to have a really bad time. The other thing about this cable, if you can tell, it's ridiculously long. I'm not sure the specs as to how long it is. I would say at least 10 or 12 feet. It's probably 10 feet. It's just silly. One good thing about the cable, though, it is detachable, as we can tell. To attach it, you simply insert it and give it a good twist, and then it's locked in. I do like that. But if somehow they could incorporate this system with a 3.5, that would be great. I know you can mod this to take 3.5, but that seems like a lot of effort to do something on $60 headphones where you might as well just keep them the way they are and just use them. So if you're going to keep this at your computer, and this is going to be mainly a headset for gaming and stuff like that, great. I wouldn't say that this is the best mobile headset. You can buy other wires, but I think they're really, as far as wires go, they're pretty expensive. They might be in the $15 or $20 range for an aftermarket wire for these. So just keep that in mind. This is absurd. So put these on here, and you can already tell they're just, if you're having a headache day and you have a decent sized head, not the headphones for you. So these are my most recent purchase, the Philips SHP 9500S. Oh, these are strange. T-shirt, jersey, hockey jersey kind of material on the pads and the headband. Really firm headband. I wouldn't say it's not like memory foam, but it's got some good padding there. It is independent of the actual, like, I don't know what this is. Okay, so this is the padding for the headband, and then this is the headband itself. So it's independent of that, which I don't know if it helps at all. They're not as flexible as the other pairs. Sorry, I gotta move my camera down a little bit. Not as flexible as the other pairs, but I don't think that's too important. The ear cups themselves are gigantic, absolutely huge. I would say they're comfortable because of that, but your ear, if you have ears that protrude a lot, your ears will probably touch the inside of this, because this is going around your ear, right? And your head is kind of like a sphere, so it would protrude and push into that a little bit. So if that bothers you, just kind of consider that. They are directional, just like all of the other headphones. You have a big L printed on this side and a big R printed on this side. That's kind of neat. Detachable cable with a 3.5mm at the end, so you can use really any aux cable that you can buy on Amazon. I have this is a Cone branded one. I think I got a 2-pack of these for like $5.99. It's braided. This one's white. They come in like gold and black and other colors. The stock cable that came with this, imagine like the most rubbery cable it's decently flexible, but it has a lot of memory, and it's pretty long. So I knew that was the first thing I was going to replace, and in my opinion, this cable makes them look really nice. I think the white is a good contrast to these headphones. So anyway, the 3.5 jack here is the tightest 3.5mm jack I've ever felt on anything ever. So if you plan on taking the cable out a lot, I don't know if that's going to wear out at all. I imagine not, but it's just something to consider. This cable's not very grippy at the end, so putting it in, taking it out is not the easiest thing. The metal headband and the adjustment is pretty neat. You can see the adjustment, like there's a window, and this here, you can see a number as you adjust it up and down. So I've told you I've already told you I have a big head, and I only need to adjust these to 1.5 out of 6 to fit my head. So if you have a small head, these might not be the headphones for you. The clamping force on these is so low. Even on the smallest setting, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing there. I'll put these on 1.5. And yeah. So these are $49.99 when they're on sale on a good day. I think they're maybe $55. They have some ridiculous retail price at like $150. I've never seen them actually at $150. I think maybe $75 is where they normally sit when they go on sale, which is quite often they go on sale for $55 or $50. I bought 2 of these as well, just because they're such a steal, and I figured I would have a backup pair if I ever wanted them. The build quality on these, they definitely feel a lot cheaper. They look a lot cheaper than the other ones too. I think it might be because of the white branding and the logos and just, you know, the ear pad material. I mean, they look cheaper, but they are quite comfortable. So if you don't really care about how they look, or maybe you like the way they look, you know, maybe they're right for you. It's really hard between these two. These kind of fit the same space. They occupy the same space. And honestly, as far as sound goes, they're pretty close. If you don't discern as much detail in your listening, I would say that these probably have a better sound profile. And if you're really detail oriented and you like hearing all the tiny little things, I would go for the Sennheiser. These are more fun to listen to though. If you're listening loud and you listen to a lot of EDM or something like that, I would say the Philips are the way to go. But honestly, it's just so minor. I have both. I like both. Between the two, if they cost the same, if they both cost $60, I would say whichever one fits better, like physically fits better, would be the one to buy. Because this is for people with watermelon head. This is for people with like lemon heads. Tiny head, big head. And then this is kind of sort of in between. But this like the Cloud II, it's around the same price, but for music listening, it's not what I would say buy. Oh, the one other thing about the Philips SHP 9500S, because it has a 3.5 at the bottom, you can use a V-Moda Boom Pro with it, which is a microphone. It plugs right in here, and then the mic comes out like that. And because that jack is so tight, it's almost like it's made for it. And you can adjust your mic and it'll just stay there, even though it's a, you know, like it'll swivel like a 3.5, but it'll just stay there perfectly. So these can turn into a really nice gaming headset for around an extra $40. I don't remember how much the V-Moda Boom Pro is, but you can have a really nice gaming headset with these. So if you spend the extra money from the Cloud II, this is the way to go. The Cloud 2 is like an all-in-one gaming headset kind of deal. Not that they're bad. I mean, these are like the Tascam or Tacstar Pro 80s. I always forget which one it is, but they're OEM'd by some other headphone company, and they're just like the headphones themselves are actually the same. Kingston just brands them HyperX Cloud II and puts a microphone and a DAC, a USB DAC in the package. So the headphones themselves are actually just good headphones, but yeah, as far as these two, I think these are like everyone's questions are, is it this one or this one, this one or this one? I can't tell you. I mean, if you have $100 to spend, buy both. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, maybe it's like, okay, $115 for the pair of them, but so hopefully I didn't throw too much at you and give you too many things to think about now, because I know I didn't really give an answer, because I don't think there is a right answer. They're both really, really great, and buy both. I don't know. If you have any questions about these headphones, I'd be more than happy to answer them in the comments. Check out my subreddit, check out my Discord. Tons of people there have them, tons of people there have both, and we're always bickering back and forth which one's better and which one's, worse. But yeah, hopefully this video is a little bit helpful, and I know I was really only planning on 13 minutes on the video, now I'm at 26 minutes, but anyway, I will see you guys next time, and thanks for stopping by.